so beautiful in here. It's very unlike me to like churches. So this is the San Agustin Church in Manila. And I have to say, it is probably one of the most beautiful churches that I have ever visited. It is situated in an area called Intramuros in Manila, which is an old citadel with 27 historical sites and buildings inside. Unfortunately, when I visited, the weather was not playing along, so I didn't manage to see all of these beautiful historical places, but I did manage to visit a few, and I did manage to do so while riding in a Manila pedicab, which I think is the best way to see the sights inside of the Intramuros area. You can check out the videos I did on taking a pedicab in Intramuros, as well as Intramuros the area. I also did one on the cathedral here and the fort. By the way, the fort, in my opinion, being an absolute must-see if you visit Manila. Interestingly enough, the Church Courtyard is adorned with several granite sculptures of Chinese lions given by the Chinese converts to Catholicism. The layout of the church is from a Latin cross and has 14 side chapels. In 1875, 2 Italian painters were commissioned to paint the ceiling of San Agustin. They painted the ceiling in a trompe-l'oeil style. The trompe-l'oeil is the painting style that looks like 3D. Up in the choir loft are hand-carved 17th century seats from molave, a tropical hardwood. You have to excuse, I don't know how to pronounce all these words. The church contains the tombs of several historically relevant people, and apparently their bones are buried in the communal vault near the main altar, which makes me rather uncomfortable, I have to say. The present San Agustin Church is the third structure erected in the same site. The first one was made of bamboo and nipa and was completed in 1571, only to be destroyed 3 years later by the invasion of the Chinese pirate Li Mahong. The second structure was made of wood and was destroyed by a fire in 1583. The fire was started when a candle touched the drapes during a funeral of Governor General Gonzalo. In 1586, construction of the final structure started based on the design of a Spanish architect. The third and final structure was made of adobe stone, which was quarried from a nearby town. San Agustin became operational in 1604 and was declared completed in 1607. But in 1762, the British invaded Manila, and during this occupation of Manila, San Agustin's valuables were looted. The adjacent monastery that was destroyed was rebuilt in 1970s as a museum. This museum is open Monday to Sunday from 9 to noon and then again from 1 to 5 p.m. with an admission fee of 100 pesos for adults and 40 pesos for children. And this is definitely worth a visit, by the way. There were several renovations made to the San Agustin Church. It has withstood many earthquakes from 1645 up to present day and survived many wars and invasions. And on June the 3rd, 1863, the strongest earthquake hit Manila, leaving great destruction to the city. The quake left a huge crack in the San Agustin Church's left bell tower. The crack was repaired, but then later the bell tower was permanently removed. To be honest, I didn't really notice this, that the bell tower was missing at first, but then of course when I read this online and I had a look at the church again, then suddenly it becomes very apparent that one of the bell towers are missing. That being said, the church is beautiful from the outside nonetheless, and even more so when you're inside. And as I said before, this is definitely one of the most beautiful churches I have ever visited.